deeper into this. Well, it first seemed like ruins, but the more and more you get into it, you realize there are people living down here. Well, not exactly the people who built it, as far as you can tell, because the people who built it, from all evidence, appear to be humans, or at least some sort of human variant. But the beings that you've so far run into down here have been anything but. Although, who could tell about those two people laying on the divans that were kind of frozen by a potion? Um, but now you have stumbled upon another layer filled with water, where there appears to be some sort of giant slug or perhaps a snail lifting its head out from under the muck and shouting at you in the language of this place. Its head is looking down at Noxie, its eye stalks extending, as it seems to be bellowing in that strange language. Noxie, what would you like
Hmm.
to do?
You're just gonna back up and just kind of like point everyone out the strange slug.
The strange slug appears to be gliding a bit forward towards you as you back away, looking as if as if it was either yelling at you some more or getting ready to grab and eat you. It's kind of hard to tell. It's got a large mouth that appeared to be a little bit toothy.
Hmm.
Um,
Could I make an insight check to figure out which one?
Sure. You aren't 100%, but you still got the feeling, considering your size, that it probably wants to eat you.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean,
So Noxie's gonna.
it's huge. You're small. You look like you could fit into its mouth. Who knows how long it's been laying here in this thing, and you're now there.
Noxie's just gonna kind of hide behind Topaz, who's the closest person right now.
I can't remember if Comprehend Languages is still up.
I believe that fell a while ago.
Okay. But yeah, then I have no idea. And it takes 10 minutes to cast it, so that's not really. Hello? Slug? I'm gonna sort of raise my hand to start casting something like defensively. Maybe like Frostbite or
All right.
I'm not gonna cast it yet, but I'm like ready. I'm like visibly preparing for defense.
The slug kind of retracts its eyes a bit and gazes at you, Devin. It seems to be
Can
weighing its options. Clearly, I mean, it's been talking to you, so you can be pretty certain that it's intelligent. But it seems to be aware of you guys. Your potential spell casting.
we don't want to hurt you. I'm gonna look around everybody to make sure that we're on the same page. If unless anybody's looking particularly bloodthirsty. We don't want to hurt you. We also don't want you to eat our friend. Can you understand me?
You don't know, but Lubu, you're using Awakened Mind? Uh, is something wrong with your mic? Okay. So, while Lubu's getting set up, the snail creature is just kind of staring at you, tilting its head this way and that, and again appears to be saying something in whatever language exists in this place.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. So,
Perfect.
you are going to use Awakened Mind. right as Dovin is giving this speech to this creature.
And I'm just gonna straight translate whatever Dovin wants to say.
All right. So the snail creature, looking back and forth, finally lands right, looking its eyes right towards you, extending its eye stalks. And you hear in your head, kind of, "Oh, you are attempting to translate this babble, are you?"
Well, yeah. He's my friend, and he's got like a lot of good stuff to say sometimes. So I don't know. But the basics is we're all kind of here in a peaceful way. As long as you're peaceful, we're peaceful.
You're trespassing in the shrine, and you say you're peaceful. Why should I care?
Well, first of all, we're kind of lost and trapped down here, and we fell into the temple through a ceiling.
Fell, did you? By the way, as you guys are watching this creature, you notice that it's actually the source of the slight glow that's in this portion of the room. It's very dim. It's only given off about 20 feet of light, of dim light at that. But it is definitely glowing. So,
Do we know what this is?
roll a nature check. You aren't entirely sure of what it is because it seems to be some sort of monstrosity, but given its features and the fact that it's glowing, you've got the feeling that it might be capable of some sort of acidic attack if you had to do some kind of attacking with it.
While we're standing here, what are these things?
Those appear to be bits of ruined columns, and I think that thing in the center is supposed to be a shell of some kind. Let me double check the descriptions. Ah, no, those are the bronze bracers that are standing in the pool. Two corroded bronze braziers. Brazers. Brazers? Did I pronounce it? Yeah, there we go.
And the big thing? And that?
Go to the darkness. What's the third one you pointed at? You said the big thing, which is this, and then what was the other one? Okay. Yeah, sometimes I have difficulty figuring out what between the picture and the description of what is what. Because I would just have kept that completely out of, without a map, just describing it. But, so, I said I'm taking a wild leap here and believing that since it's referred to as a snail in the description, in terms of the proper name, that it is something or another the snail, except that it is quite clearly a slug, I'm going to guess that this is some kind of shell remnant. Possibly a fake shell or, a prosthetic shell of some sort.
Does it have a shell?
No, it does not. It appears to be a giant slug.
Can we see all of it?
You can see the majority of it. Roll a perception check. It appears to be, considering you can also see well under the water, with being a sea elf and all, that you can see that it's this kind of somewhat glowing green, massive slug that is just half floating on the water over there. It's definitely not natural.
Okay. Well, I guess probably like anyone else who isn't in on the mind reading conversation, I'm looking at Dovin and Lobo. Is this going to turn into a fight or what?
Oh, I don't know. I can't hear anything they're saying. But if it does devolve into that, be wary of. I think that probably very acidic.
Wonderful.
That glowing. Yeah. Let's
Sorry.
hope Lobu.
Sorry, when I said I was translating, I meant like I'm relaying it blow by blow to the group.
That's what I was assuming.
Okay. Tell him we don't want to fight. We're just passing through. We're trying to find a way.
I am betting that thing couldn't catch us, even if it wanted to. We should just keep going.
I translate Dovin's part, but not Topaz's.
So, you all want out of here? You think
Ideally,
that is easy?
Noxie
well,
nods. Oh wait, I can't. I'm not in the conversation. Whoops.
well, I'm translating, so yeah, I feel like anyone can respond. We could, if it's okay with the DM, kind of skip the intermediaries.
Yeah, I agree with that. So basically, Lobu is saying hit its side to you guys. So anytime it talks, just assume that Lobu is saying something in return.
Are you certain you've got a proper slug accent?
Well, I'm not exactly sure, but doing my best.
You are such strange creatures. Looking back and forth. I think I recognize your kind. Some sort of water elf. Isn't that right?
Yes, myself and my friend Topaz over there are sea elves.
Then there's that inferior creature over there, and it kind of gestures towards Volan. And then another one towards Noxie, and over there.
I don't translate that.
And, something interesting there, and it seems to be peering at Dread.
Yep, that's us.
What a
So-
motley crew you are.
We've come together. We're good.
Are you
So-
some advanced band taking over this this region? It seems to stick out its eye stalks again, this time looking towards Lubu.
Lobu will look over at Volan and be like, "Captain, how do you want us to play this?"
No, you're just, we got trapped here by accident, heading out.
Yeah,
No.
trapped here.
It's been 500 years since I've had anything new to talk to.
Why are you such a big guy? We noticed there were some other big animals in here too that could speak.
The slug laughs. No, I am not an animal. I am a child of the blue-green moon. And you guys would recognize that to be the moon of Tethlel, which is the farther of the two moons.
Does that mean you came from there?
The slug seems to ponder that concept for a moment, and you just kind of get back this idea that that statement kind of confused it. Came from there?
Like, was the moon like a parent?
Ah, yes. Yes, oops. Yeah.
I've seen garden slugs go across the yard. I can only imagine how long it took that to come from a moon.
did not come from the moon as you seem to be implying. I was what's the proper term? Sorry, brain is spacing on me for a moment. I was crafted by the moon.
Delvin, man, does any of this make any sense? You're the most magical dude I know. What is that giant slug talking about?
It sounds almost like a form of worship. I don't know, unless he's something gifted in powers and claimed it was from the moon. Is there any role I could make to try and make sense of this, or is
Religion
it
check.
just?
There's something eating away at your brain when you start thinking back to the ancient legends about concerning this place. Something about a child of the moon, one of the gods, but you don't remember anything more than that exactly.
Okay, I'll mumble like what you said. I'll sort of mumble that out loud. But I can't put my finger on it. It is definitely referring to.
Well, ask it if it
something.
knows anything about those people in the other room that are asleep, or the many-eyed god of fire.
Oxy writes on a sign. It says at the Lobo. Ask it where the treasure is.
I ask all that stuff. I probably start with the fire-eyed god. Was that it?
Oh well, I don't know what they're doing. What they were doing over there. They're just all the legends that predate those colonials. I still think of them that like they came here 2,000 years ago. And they took everything over and redeveloped the religion for themselves and well kept me down here.
He's 2,000 years old, more than 2,000 years old.
Lebu, do you translate word for word?
You.
The slug kind of looks between Lebu and looks towards Dovin. Says, "I am far older than that. I was here when the first people came and they worshipped me and they worshipped others and well, I was here long before this shrine was built." And it's been quiet for 500 years. I believe they're all dead. Or mostly. Oh, there were diseases and wars, and I think the islands were fighting each other at that point. Something...
Dead. Back up. Dead again. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it all started about, I want to say 1,000 years ago. Something happened on the mainland. Some of the old empires went into collapse. Some sort of what did I remember about the time? The slug starts pacing a little bit back and forth in the water. A little bit ripples away. Nope, can't remember. They were fighting about something.
You have to remember. You have to. Come on, you were there 2,000 years ago. You have to. Dovin is like furiously writing stuff down, and he's like pestering Bobu to like keep asking questions.
Can you remember where those stairs lead over there?
Oh, well, they just will take you back to the... take you back to that shrine with the... I think that there's some sort of guardian in there. Thanks for a moment. A crab,
the
maybe?
Shrine with the crab guardian?
I think so. It's been a long time since I've
Did a hermit crab? Because we've already seen that.
Yes, I believe so.
Oh. Is there any exit in this place, or is it just one big roundabout?
Oh, I imagine it's one big roundabout. This
Wonderful.
Oh, unless you find this... wait. There is a way up to the altar, I think, if you head... And it kind of turns around. North, I want to say. Yes. North Northeast. There we go. Far northeast. There should be a way up towards the
Which is
towards the
what?
the
Down?
top of the temple.
That's where we went before, and we got teleported. So we
I
were
guess there
going
were-
the right direction.
Actually,
were two
you
doors.
you were northwest at that point when you got teleported. And he's saying go northeast.
I hate this place.
Well,
What's the deal with do you know anything about the baboons and the
Oh.
tigers?
oh, the baboons. Yes, I think that they just wanted to find a place to live down here. I can't imagine they're still alive, are they?
No. Well, we didn't see any. We found a bunch of statues though.
Oh, well, I imagine someone decided that they would be fun to put up there. I didn't really concern myself too much with what the human folk were doing. As long as they brought me things, I was contented. But it's been a long time. I've been mostly living off rats, and it seems to be eyeing you guys again.
Do you have anything fun to trade for food?
Oh, you have food? What kind of food?
Well, I personally don't have any food, but someone else might. But what kind of stuff you got?
Well, I don't really have anything anymore. There's nothing interesting here. I kind of think for a moment. You know, it's interesting. I think I heard someone walking around, and it kind of looks towards the southern stairs, walking around down that way at some point. Maybe it was just you guys. Did you guys wander in through there?
Maybe. Is there a statue that has a sword on it over there?
Maybe. I don't remember.
Do you want to give us the tour? Can you leave this room?
Well, this probably isn't a good thing for me to leave. I'm better with this place than anywhere else.
Can I just take a look over there?
Sure. You don't see too much, just some more water flowing down. And you see the occasional rat head poking out from over there and skittering back.
Lobo, ask him what he knows about the sports competition.
Oh yeah, that's great. What do you know about this sports ball that they got around here?
Sports. Are you talking about Pelota?
Hell
I think so.
Ah, yes, it's a game of sacrifice. You apparently win the game by propelling the ball into the opposite goal above the pit, while preventing the ball from reaching your end of the hull. And of course, if you fail, you are sacrificed. It's fair. Even if the even though some would say sacrificing only losers to certain gods would be bad form, but hey, if you get to eat them, it's good enough for me, right?
So
You're
how
not
do
sacrificing
you
to
get
me.
sacrificed?
Oh, you mean the victims?
Yeah. What happens?
Well, they get tossed down into a pit where they are devoured. And their bones and stuff are usually left down there.
What if they resist? What happens?
I don't know how they would resist. The pit would simply open up underneath of them. and they would be eaten.
Ah,
Well, that sounds like an open and shut case of tying a rope around someone's belly, but maybe we'll think about it when we get back over there. Should we go check out this other area, or do you think it's just where we came from?
I mean, it's only a couple of feet down that way. Worth a peek.
yeah.
There might
he
be
said he-
some
Topaz is
interesting
going.
history.
You hear some squeaking, and a bunch of rats start charging towards you.
Damn it!
What do you do, Topaz?
I stomp the rats.
What, you're not going to try to intimidate them out of attacking you?
Okay. Can you intimidate a swarm of rats?
I'm just figuring, given that your character, you probably attempt to yell at them first. Just for the sake of fun, but... You wanna
I
fight
do.
them?
I
You wanna
will
fight them?
vent a shriek of frustration. Fucking rats! I'm so sick of this place. Back the hell off!
Let me see what that swarm of rats is. Well, yeah, they, unfortunately, even that doesn't affect them.
Okay.
Hi there. Oh.
Diseased rats.
Oh, no.
Oh.
That's even better.
Fine.
Topaz will probably kill them in one hit, so let's go. Let's see.
Oh. Try to
You know
spear them.
So we know how awesome Topaz is. Smack.
Then I will try to stomp them.
You hear lots of massive squealings of outrage as you come around and stab and stomp at them. They're still alive, though. There's still a bunch of squirming little rats underneath your feet.
Somebody ran over here, didn't they? Oh, only Dread came over here. Yeah. If it wasn't for that, I might disengage and run them out into the slug room. Maybe he would eat them.
Well, he did say that he liked eating rats.
They're diseased, though.
It's a giant slug with acid breath. Nothing disease matters to this guy. So, Topaz, you're done with your turn then?
Yeah, I'm done.
Volin! You just heard
Yeah.
Topaz shouting about rats and yelling at them.
Yeah, I'm gonna just start cursing under my breath. Pull out my quarterstaff. I'll move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And I'll take 2 swipes with the quarterstaff.
Oh, that's right. We get 2 attacks now, don't we? Forgot about that.
Did you get another attack then, Topaz?
Yeah.
Alright.
Not used to being 5th.
Most of the rat swarm is now dead. However, there's enough of them left to continue to try to bite, claw, and scratch at you guys. Dovin!
Okay. Well, I can't really see much. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I guess I'll give him the old frost.
And you ended up freezing the last of them to death. Congratulations, Dovin.
Thank you.
The rats ain't got nothing on you guys.
All right,
Careful
I'm
with
here.
those.
I'm ready.
So you see around you two small, what appear to be either wells or cisterns. 1 second.
Yes, looking closely at them. It appears as though this one has water in it and the other one does not.
Yeah, the one that has water in it. The eastern fountain has a small amount of concentrated lime solution near the bottom, and it is very cloudy. The western fountain you see is filled with algae, and there's a few bullfrogs in it. They're just kind of staring up at you.
This lime up here, that doesn't look like you'd want to get in it.
Yeah, it looks like it probably it's more concentrated lime than the lime that was out floating in the pools over here.
Yeah.
But the western one, which is down here, it has got a few frogs, and a few
I'm
temples.
just gonna.
Do they
I'm
have
just gonna bend down and pet the frogs.
they have a swim speed, right?
Yes, they do.
Hello.
Hi,
What are you doing in there?
living. This is our
Well,
home.
I know that, but I mean, is there a way out of there, or you just stay in here the whole time?
We mostly stay in here. Sometimes we leave to hunt for beetles, but most of the time the beetles come around here. Typically, they're attracted by the rats that live nearby.
Oh,
Do you ever go out in the room with the big slug?
Oh, we avoid that room. That room's not safe. Too much burny water, and the slug will eat you.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, do you know of any other creatures that are down here, or do you never get out much?
Well, don't get out much, though. There is some really, really big, skeetily creatures that live in not nearby and kind of like gestures around that direction and starts gesturing somewhere towards the east.
Oh, the things that burn.
No. They're huge. They got claws. They're like little. They're not like giant-sized bugs, but they're really big.
This doesn't appear to be talking about the fire beetles.
No. Roll a nature check.
Oh yeah, the fire beetles.
They could be talking
Sure,
about the fire beetles, for all you know.
we killed those.
Oh, okay.
How about this door up here? Been through there?
Oh yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was saying. If you get past there, you could squeeze underneath of it, flowing the water, and follow
Sure.
up there. That's where those giant things were. But you said they're dead.
Oh, maybe those are different. The frogs are saying there's other bugs through there, big bugs.
Are they swimmy bugs? Do they
Are they
swim?
swimmy bugs?
Well, they live in mud.
Talking about KK and that prawn or what? I bet.
Hey, Topaz, Lobu, should we feed them to the slug?
No, they're cool.
We got plenty of rat corpses anyway, and Lobo will just start collecting rat corpses.
Careful handling those. I'm gonna shape water out of this well to see if there's anything. Because you said it's murky water, like we can't
Yes,
see
it
the
is.
bottom, or can we see it? So
Yes, it
I'm
is.
just gonna shape water, see if there's anything.
As soon as you do, pushing apart the lime-filled water, you uncover a small amulet.
Ooh.
It appears to be made of brass, and chrysoprasy. I cannot pronounce that. And it's engraved with some kind of words, but it appears to be in the language of this place.
I very excitedly pick it up and look at it more closely. Would it being in the lime water suggest that it's maybe magical because it wasn't destroyed? Or would brass hold up okay?
Roll a nature check. You're pretty sure that brass is not damaged. That brass is not damaged by lime, or that a small layer of mud secured the brass amulet underneath the layer of lime, thereby
Cool.
keeping it safe. Either way, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's magical.
Gotcha. Cool. I'm going to very excitedly show this to whoever's standing next to me and then put it in the
All right, put on your bug gear. Let's go.
Do we want to bring the rats to the slot? Or Loba, you were doing that?
Yeah, I'll run them out and kind of like put them in the shell, and then be like,
Ooh.
"Okay, we got you some food. Thanks a lot."
Well, thank you for talking to me. It was nice while it lasted. Slurp.
Yeah.
Slurp.
Ugh, don't watch him eat.
Lux is gonna try her hand at this door.
Alright. Screw. A little bit more water comes at your feet, and you see a familiar a familiar hallway.
Hate this place so much.
Oh, it's this one. It's the one we found the secret door at.
We're going to have to go all the way back through that again.
Would you guys be
No.
okay with me picking you up and dropping you over there?
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine.
Alrighty. I will do that. To avoid the monotony of having to walk all the way from there to there. Because I know how boring that can get. And don't mind the occasional lead being dropped in subspace. Well, I'm trying to readjust where the map is. Let's see. Zoom out a bit more. There's that room. Ooh, right. So of course you guys get back to this area because you did not disarm the trap when you were last here. So this trap is still there. Which means you're going to have to do checks again.
Oh boy.
Okay, same plan as last time?
No.
No.
I'm not going to leave you in there.
You didn't even apologize for almost killing us last time.
Because you didn't die, though.
We almost died.
It almost worked. It was an honest mistake.
Are
We
you
didn't
even
expect
a
the thing
little
to
bit-
blow up. I did apologize.
Are you
Said
a little
sorry,
bit
but
sad
we were-
that you hurt us?
But you're like, okay, though.
Grow up. Walk it off. Rub some dirt in it.
I'm limping over here.
Okay, that's not because you couldn't breathe. That's something going on with you, old man.
It's
Lobo
my
almost
side. My
died.
side's been hurting ever since I passed out from.
5,000
60.
years old.
Look, this very
I'm only like
old
40.
elderly man has a really good point. My lungs still hurt.
I understand you didn't mean to do it, but I just feel like you're not even a little bit sorry for hurting us. Do you care about us?
We were fight. It was a room. It was a fucking baboon room with an eye thing. We were trying to figure out how to kill it.
We thought that we could protect you all by keeping you in there a little bit longer, and we ended up being wrong. But
Okay.
no one died.
Every statement that comes after a but doesn't matter.
Okay, well,
Watch
You
my
think
butt
that-
as I
and
jump
you can
over this
jump-
trap again.
yeah, I'm gonna jump with her.
Alright. Successful?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oops.
Okay, this is gonna be fun. So Topaz makes it across, no problem, because she is the awesome monk. You all know it. But Volin, the usually equally awesome barbarian, attempts to jump up, and as she's trying to land, she accidentally lands here, right on top of the pressure
Can
plate.
I pull her? Can I grab her, like bodily grab her, and throw her the rest of the distance?
As you see her start to fall, you may roll as a reaction a dexterity saving throw. As you know, because you're doing a quick action, you have to
Please, God, yes.
you have to beat a 20 to get this to work.
Ah!
She
Plus
lands.
8, that's sad.
Yeah, she lands directly on top of the trap, depressing it.
Wait. Isn't my long jump 10 feet?
You're also
You're-
jumping at an angle up.
Right.
We established this last time.
Yeah, it's also vertically up. It's a bad jump.
Yeah, so you hear a click, and the stone begins to roll. Since all of you guys already knew about this, you do happen to see it before I could do that. Everybody gets a turn, so that means we're technically rolling on initiative.
Does the stone roll initiative?
Yes, it does, and that's what I was just double checking to make sure that stone wasn't actually a token. It's not. I have to bring out a stone token.
Look at that, 3 12s.
Oh, can I retroactively use my inspiration?
Sorry, you should have said that at the time. You
I
rolled.
forgot I had it.
Well, maybe we could do that for next time. Let's see. Roll 1d20.
Oh, there's gonna be a next time if this rock comes down.
Oops, sorry. 9. It has an initiative of 9, which means some of you will have a chance of getting out of the way first. Actually, all of you will have a chance to get out of the way because it goes last. So, Roland, you just landed, click, and you see the stone begin to drop. What do you do?
I mean, jump out of the way, I guess.
It fills out the entire corridor, which means that you don't have room to jump out of the way. You also,
Great.
because of the way it's rolling, can't actually get all the way up here and around before it has a chance to hit you.
Where is it falling from? Oh, right up here.
Right there. So basically,
Great.
look at it as it fell there and it's starting to roll down.
Alright, in that case,
I'm just
I'll
yelling,
move-
you go. Just fucking grab one of them and go. I'll get somebody else. Grab Dovin or somebody slow.
5, 10, 15, 20. I'm not going to let Dovin scold me again, so I'm going to grab him. Would I be happy?
You should be able to carry him without even slowing down.
Dovin, do you protest her picking you up?
No.
Then Volan, you're good.
25, 30, 35, 40.
Dash.
Dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And all in my turn.
Okay, Dovin.
Well, I'm assuming I'm currently being fireman carried by Volans, so
Yes.
I have full spells. I'll go ahead and cast guidance on Lobo because I can see him in case he needs to make an ability check, but I don't think he will.
Okay. Do you move at all, or you just stay tucked in her arms?
I'm going to. I'll stay.
Okay.
It seems a little weird to get out.
Lubu.
All right, just 1 second. Lobu is going to just cast Aqua Bolt at the thing, hoping to push it back a little bit, or at least slow it down. Not great. And then he'll take his movement.
Okay. Yeah, the bolt goes wide, doesn't even come near the stone. Topaz.
Right. I've seen Noxie haul ass. I'm confident she can cunning action and get out.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Dread is a tank. Lobu's going to be sitting right there when that thing comes down. Yeah. That's as far as you got because you took an action. So, I'm spending a key point for Step of the Wind. That'll let me take a dash as a bonus. And I will be going down here. Let's see. One. There's two. And along the way, I'm scooping up Lobu.
Lobu, do you protest?
No, no way.
Okay.
And then the third action will put me out of there, and I'm getting to the side with him, dumping him unceremoniously in a corner.
Dumped. Okay. Noxie.
Does Dread look like she has a plan for getting out of the way of this?
Yeah, I suppose I look like I have a plan.
Yeah, she's in that armor. She's going to just block it like a chalk. She's going to chunk and just going to stop there on her. Sure.
Sure.
I'm sorry, I couldn't get you both. I had to pick somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking of pushing you down the stairs, but that's a terrible idea.
Ride her like a sled.
That's also awful. I don't want to hurt Dread. I guess I'll just rogue my way out of this and double dash. That should give me 150 movement, I think. So, I think I'm pretty safe.
And I'm looking down, realizing that I read something wrong on the initiative for the stone, but oh well, it's too late for me now. Because it says plus 10 to initiative on this thing.
Oh no.
But yeah, no worries. It's you guys are good. Because you guys were not caught unawares by by the trap. Like, you know, I decided that you guys have a chance to run away before it gets going. So Dread, it's on you.
Yeah. 30.
I want a playback of the moment when we realize Bolin's gonna land on the trap, and I'm trying to go for her. It's like, no! We see her foot slowly coming down, and I'm.
And you can kind of
Click.
get this idea that the party has turned around and started running at that point. Roland does the quick spin and immediately goes and grabs Dovin and runs.
That's as far as I can move, so that's it.
Alright,
We will sing the songs of your people.
now for the stone. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Is that as far as Volin could get?
That's as far as the stone can get during its turn.
Oh, thank God.
Yep, we're just gonna keep moving around this corner. I'm gonna plop Dovin down.
Oof.
Alright, and I'm safe to assume the rest of you guys are staying put except for Dread?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, Dread, make your move. Stone eventually comes rushing down here and just kind of starts losing momentum as it gets to the middle of the room and just kind of stops there in the middle of the former nest.
Okay, so good news is we can't re-trigger it.
Peek around the corner. Make sure another one didn't pop up.
Nope. That entire thing is just completely empty now. This trap is now, for all intents and purposes, inactive.
You have to wonder the mindset of somebody that would make something like this. Quite rude.
That's what I said the last time. It's ridiculous.
Lobu kicks the thing a little bit and then walks back towards Topaz.
Roll a strength check for me, please, Lebu.
Hmm.
You smack your foot directly into the stone, and your foot feels funny. You look down, and it's bleeding slightly as you seem to have caused a little bit of damage to your toes. 2 damage, to be exact.
It was worth it. Forget you, stone.
You right there?
Sometimes, Dovin, a young man has to fight a battle that he can't win because it's important and valor is on the.
To be young, I understand.
I'm getting down here. I'm stopping Volan. I'm leaning. I'm like, lose a few pounds. I'm saying that
Wow.
as someone who cares a great deal about you.
I'm just gonna flex my muscle.
Oh my
until the
God.
size of her head. Why would I?
Because it was like trying to catch a wagon. That's why.
I'm very fast, very athletic, very fit. Okay. I don't need you criticizing my body.
As we're passing through the baboon room again, can I look around and see if I think there's anything fishy about this arrangement of statues?
Sure. Make a perception check. And I will reread the description now that you're standing in this hall. This is a spacious, vaulted hall, weathered and cracked from the ravages of time. The walls are charred and scored. Scattered around the floor are several stone statues of baboon-like creatures, chipped and tipped over. The remains of a few once living baboons, partially eaten, lie nearby with fungus covering their corpses.
Oh.
You gain no further information from that perception roll.
Do the statued baboons look like they were in a pose, or do they look like they were potentially living before?
That's a good question. Roll a nature check. No
This
dwarves.
got a really bad
No
feeling.
dwarves in your party for stone cutting.
You said nature?
Yes. And yeah.
I'll help if I can.
Oh,
So as you look around, you notice that there are definitely small plinths underneath the various statues, showing that these are definitely arranged statues here.
okay, okay.
Appear to be arranged in sitting positions, as if looking on at something.
Just making sure.
Wait. Are you saying they did this on purpose? I thought it was weird enough when it was accidental. I figured they were petrified. You're saying they carved them and set them here deliberately? Oh, there's really something wrong with these people.
I mean, I don't know if they carved them deliberately, or I don't know if they put them here deliberately, but these look like they were carved at least, and maybe placed here with some purpose. I don't know. Maybe they dumped them here.
Do you think if we tip over the statues near the wall, we'll find another hidden passageway?
It worked before. It has to work now.
Try it.
This is why she's captain, folks.
If no one's gonna stop me, I'm gonna just Sparta kick this.
I'm gonna try and help.
Push it with that heavy, muscular, fit ass. Put your weight into it.
Strength check.
Okay.
I will observe for safety reasons.
So you just go wham! And this statue just kind of like tips over and just breaks apart right onto the ground here.
So no hidden passageways, but I think I should cook the other one just to make.
I completely agree, Captain. Knock that thing over.
I'll knock this one over too.
You're standing right on the rubble of the other one.
Oh.
So that would put you at disadvantage. Alright, now you're good. Your foot starts to smart. In fact, you think you may have broken something. 3 points of damage. Sorry, Lyra.
Dread, can you help?
Bro, help.
My girlfriend seems to have strained her muscular ass.
I think I broke my big.
Mm-hmm.
Moxie sighs and starts getting bandages out of her pack. Although you don't hear her sigh, she just makes a motion as if she was sighing.
I thought she held up a little sign. Asterisk sigh.
That would be
Yeah,
good.
that's better. She does that.
She could have also just face palmed.
Go over and try to medicine check Volan.
Alright, go for it. Ooh. So, expertly.
Offer up some dietary restrictions while you're over there, please.
So, expertly, Noxie just begins to wrap Volan's foot, and she wraps it so well that she, puts things back where they're supposed to be, and they feel so much better. Volan, you regain 1 hit point.
Wow.
Yes, I am doctor.
Noxie, I didn't know you were able to do that. Thank you.
She just shrugs.
So, Dread, are you going to attempt to do something to the statue?
Yeah, I'll try and push it over.
Alright.
In her goblin tribe, she dealt with bariatric surgery, but here she's moonlighting, helping us.
You get it to wiggle slightly, but it doesn't fall over.
Like, this one's heavier than the other one, you know?
Yeah, I can see that.
Would a crowbar help?
Man.
Crowbar always helps.
The crowbar would give you advantage.
It is best tool.
Can't go wrong with a crowbar.
Lobu's gonna try and push over this one with his crowbar.
Alright, go for it. You've got a lever here.
We're just gonna trash this.
Yes. So the statue goes crash right over.
All right. I forget why we're doing this, but it's great.
Next.
With the crowbar?
Ooh.
Damn.
So this one goes crash over into the other pile, and it seemed to have damaged this wall right here slightly.
Oh,
Kurt, some rocks out, and you feel a bit of a breeze come through all of a sudden. It's the musty smell.
Noxie takes the crowbar from Vol and goes to attack the wall.
Uh-oh, really? Are you serious?
Be careful.
We were right.
Like
What do I
said,
roll for crowbar?
Strength check with advantage.
Doman is like worriedly behind her, and he's like dodging as she like on the backswing with the.
You managed to knock out another piece of brick out of the wall, and you can see a very dark, very small passageway in front of you.
How
It's like-
much do you all?
It seems like the sort of passageway that a baboon could potentially fit through, meaning that someone Noxie's size could fit in there.
Are you comparing Noxie to a baboon?
Size-wise.
Okay.
I mean, it's just a DM. It's like not like Noxie can look up and like hear what she's saying.
As the little short guy with big floppy feet and bald head and a shock of white hair and a robe appears over here. I suppose none of you ever saw that old cartoon.
The original the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon.
Yeah.
I don't remember ever watching it. I probably did like once or twice when I was a little kid, but didn't know what it was at the time. But I know the pictures.
I've got some research to.
Oh yeah, he's a looker.
But yeah, he would fit through that hole too. But yeah.
Momentarily appears over here in a narrative voice and says, "The same size as the goblin. It's a baboon." Everybody turns and looks.
What?
Noxie's gonna just continue whamming on this wall.
He would just shrug and disappear in a puff of smoke, because that's what he.
Can I fully destroy this wall?
You can roll another strength check with advantage.
Now, Noxie has a -1 strength, mind you.
Yeah, I noticed that. And yeah, this time though, you feel your whole arm vibrating from the impact, and you didn't seem to get any more of the bricks or stones out.
Can I step up and spend a key point and do the equivalent on a wall and try to break a chunk of stone?
Sure.
I'm thinking out of the box as a monk thing. I've hurt myself.
Yeah.
That's a really hard wall. I'm going to stand over here now. Ow.
Yeah. You also take 3 points of damage as pain shoots up your leg.
I'm gonna try and use Noxie and the leverage she has on the wall with her crowbar to try and pull something free.
Alright. I think we're gonna go with dexterity check on that one.
That's much better.
Noxie's holding the crowbar, and other people are holding Noxie and using her as leverage.
So, Lobu, with this cleverness and dexterity, manages to pull free a few more of the stones, fully revealing a hole that Noxie could probably crawl through.
Oh, gotcha. So no matter how big open we make this,
Yeah,
only Noxie will be able
it's
to
a
go.
Noxie-sized passageway. Because
Hmm.
it seems to be something that the baboons could have used before it was like bricked over or something like that, or perhaps simply hidden and you guys never found the way of opening it other than to bash it open. But Noxie is probably the only one in your party that can get through there.
Noxie writes on a sign. I might come back.
I'm gonna give her an enhanced ability on dexterity before she goes.
All right.
I'm gonna go through the passageway.
If you find Baboon World, let us know.
That's a good thought, actually, but no.
The baboon plane.
Sure, why not? I mean, there's planes that are...
Whisk, 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 whisk. So, you manage to pull your way through the little corridor here, and find yourself at stairs leading up.
I'm going to check around the corner.
You see a long easternly passageway. and eventually find a door.
I open these doors.
Let's see if I can open from that side. 1 second. Alright. There's nothing that says that door will not open. I just had to check on that before, I could open the door for you. Oh, wrong thing. And you look out into a large chamber. This enormous chamber is 30 feet tall, with mighty buttresses and a vaulted ceiling. Parts of the ceiling and the walls have collapsed, and raw earth has spilled down from a gaping hole in the eastern wall. Crushed beneath a fallen block in the center of the room are humanoid remains. Elsewhere throughout the floor are the chewed and decayed corpses of baboons. Through a hole in the eastern ceiling, daylight and fresh air filters in. Above, through the scrap, can be seen 4 baboons. You can see that they're jumping around the holes and screaming in agitation. But as they do, dirt is beginning to slide down the banks, and the rocks of the walls shift slightly. That would be over here.
I can't speak to animals. That's to everyone else. I think. I don't know how to react to this room. I think I'm just gonna go back and then see what else is up the stairs.
Alright. Whoop! As you go running up the stairs without looking first, you hit a trap.
Oh,
Let me read out which trap it is. Hold on. But you stepped on that one.
okay, I'll go back here.
Let's see. So, dexterity saving throw 17.
Okay, well, since it is a trap, that my feet comes into relevance here. I have advantage on saving throws against traps because of Dungeon Delver.
All right. Oh, cool. That's a save. Let me see how much damage that's supposed to do. Because it doesn't actually give the statistics in there, it's just pointing me towards the Dungeon Master's Guide as to use these statistics. It's like, but you could just be telling me what the frig instead of having me look that up in the book. Ah.
What kind of trap is it?
It's a magical trap, a glyph of warding. I know that has a stupid problems with speech thingy. It has a very specific attack along with it. So let me see if I can actually find the that because I'm pretty sure I saw that in the DM's guide at one point at least. Or traps in general. Oh no, your poor companions are looking at your dexterity saving throw. I imagine they're freaking out as to what's going on. Oh well, that happens.
I was thinking of panicking in the roll in the chat just to freak them out.
Go for it. You might have reason to panic, although at least you're taking only half damage, which is good.
But I'm also resistant to trap damage, so.
Oh no, that's right. Glyph of warding would be is in the friggin' player's handbook. Duh. Idiot. I'm an idiot. I've been busy all day. I've been cooking and cleaning, getting everything ready for Thanksgiving. There we go. Glyph of warding. Oh, good. It's only through at 3rd level. So, what is the damage that it causes? I am going with acidic trap. No, sorry, with a lightning trap. But it's since you have a resistance that takes half, and then you said you have resistance to traps. Is that correct? Your
Yeah, all damage caused by
Nice.
traps. Yep.
So that's
Oh.
half, then half.
All right, so just 8. Okay.
Just imagine if you took full damage on that, you'd be dead, and they would have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, you'd be slowly
All right.
dying, but you know, still.
You keep going forward after that, and open
And
the store.
you go off the map.
Oh, I go off the map. Okay.
Yes, you do. You go off the map.
Okay. What is up there? 'Cause I'm not gonna stay there for long.
You might not have a choice. Because as soon as you do get up here, a secret door in front of you swings open. Come here, you little stupid little thing. Revealing that.
Okay.
It emerges. It's not considered a trap because it's a construct instead, and makes a blast 30 feet long directly at you. Constitution saving throw, please.
It's not. Is this technically not a trap? Okay.
Not a trap, sorry. This is a construct. Six points of cold damage.
Oh, that isn't that bad. Okay. Am I in combat with this thing?
You can attack it if you want to, but it doesn't seem to want to attack back if you decide to run away at this point.
Okay. Alright, well, Noxie's just going back downstairs. Fuck this dragon thing. In fact, I'm gonna go back through the passageway now.
Oh, alright.
I think this is the end of Noxie's little adventure.
Dead.
So
Oh, I'm not dead.
Noxie suddenly emerges from the thing. She does not look like she's in the best of shape. She looks like parts of her hair are standing up and end, but at the same time she looks like something has frozen her.
Oh my gosh, are you okay?
She starts, like, immediately scribbling on her notes. Bad traps.
Oh my god. I'm gonna give her 2 healing bombs.
Oh, okay.
It's a very good thing Noxie is resistant to trap damage.
Yes.
Ooh, high roll on the healing too. Nice.
Because that 32, would have potentially killed her.
Sure.
Yeah, I halved that and then halved it. So it was double halved.
Yeah, 'cause she beat the DC and then she managed to get out of that. So good for Noxie.
Yeah, so I'm going to describe a few things I saw back there. So, there was a dragon statue that shot frost breath at me, and there was just a lightning trap on the stairs, and there seemed to be a way up, like with fresh air, where there were baboons and dead baboons. And that's all I saw.
Oh no.
Whew. I'm like picking like the ice flakes out of her hair. Okay, well, we don't need to go.
Maybe we
bad-
can.
How badly injured does Noxie still look after the healing?
She doesn't look that bad, actually. She looks like she's mostly back to normal.
Okay.
What the hell is wrong with these people building this place?
I don't know.
I'm glad your culture is extinct. You bastard. You're assholes, all of you.
It's a good thing too, because like when I saw that lightning trap damage, and then I saw the huge dragon statue just show up, I thought I was gonna die.
We thought you might be dead after we saw that damage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, Constitution save? I thought that might have been a death save.
That's just cruel. Oh, I know. Let's build a tunnel that can lead to escape, but only baboons can fit through it. Oh,
I didn't
jerks.
mention it at the time, but that's like straight up second edition shit, right?
It's a minion tunnel, probably.
Then we'll put giant hermit crabs and snails to confuse the fuck out of anybody that comes down here. It'll be cool.
Did we go down this way? I said northeast, but this is northwest. If we go down this tunnel, so
We went down that
I
one.
think we went
last
down this
time,
way. Yeah, we've been down this way. There's another trap here. This is with that ball.
right where they threw the bodies down the pit, if I recall correctly.
Sacrifice game.
That's what the snail told you.
The
Just like
snail is perfectly wise because he is old, just like me.
What did we have to do here again? Jump over it or something?
No, this is just sealed in place at the moment.
Should we try and play this?
No.
Well, I mean,
You want somebody to be sacrificed?
Is this like a team sport, or
The slug said the losers are sacrificed.
but what about the winners though?
Who cares? The losers. We'd be both the winners and the losers. We're not
Thank
playing
you.
a stupid game.
What if we win if we get chosen?
That's what the
Dovin,
dumbass inventors of this place wanted us to do. We're not doing it.
imagine the history behind it.
Imagine my ass walking through this door, back into the cat room.
The human sacrifices are part of history that I'm more than welcome to just leave to the history book.
We did have doors we never got to around here before we went down the other ill-fated one and got teleported. Let's not do that again.
And there's all sorts of places we haven't checked yet.
Take that.
Well, this is the
Do
northeast.
you need me to to reread the description of this room?
No, there's statues and cats.
All right.
We know that.
Noxie's going to open this.
Okay. You see another long corridor, but it does not look like one you've looked at before.
No. We didn't go up there, I don't think.
Right, and that should, according to the slug, the almighty, all-knowing slug, that's northeast. So that should be where the exit to the altar.
Have you adopted worship of the slug?
It's fun to play with.
Lobu's gonna cast mending on the tiger with the ear that's broken.
It comes to life. Roll initiative.
No.
Now, come on, you guys know better than to give the GM ideas.
An idea to get a pet tiger? Yes, please.
Alright, I'm gonna try this door too. Ooh,
It opens up, but you see a rather small, tight passageway, which would, if you were in the middle of a fight trying to run away, would probably be half movement speed. Kind of rough terrain.
Even
But
for Noxie?
well, maybe not Noxie, just because Noxie's small enough. But it if you're crowded in with a bunch of people, it's one of those corridors you probably have to turn sideways to walk down for the most part, or at least people like dread at anywhere.
Watch out. That was the kind of tunnel we were in when we got ported the last time.
Mm.
Noxie walks through as if nothing's wrong.
Noxie's owning it like a boss.
Dovan's gonna suck in his a little bit of a tummy and squeeze through.
Yeah.
Doesn't Dovan look a little bit like Santa?
Well,
You
we
know-
are getting very close to that time of year. In fact,
that's why I brought
in fact, if you guys looked at the one shots thing, I am starting to look for people who might be interested in a one shot coming up. All right. In the center of this room is a withered tree that looks like a leafless willow, rooted in a terraced depression. The bottom of this hollow is filled with oily water, a few inches deep. Across the room, beyond the dead tree, is another door. Around the sides of the room, a 5-foot wide ledge encircles this tree. The walls of the room are beaded with condensation.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't put that on the GM layer.
Noxie's just gonna keep walking in.
Oh man, that tree is creepy looking.
Does it look okay?
Roll a nature check.
It just looks old. Needs a bit of water.
Yeah,
Is it light?
it's in some weird oily water substance of some kind. But it looks like it's, very hairy for some reason.
Looks a bit odd for a tree to be hairy. I wonder what kind it is.
We've never
It's just
seen
a tree.
anything like it. Devin, as soon as you get close, one of the tentacles that's hanging off this thing immediately makes a swipe out at you.
Joy.
And misses.
Ooh.
Hi, Lyra.
Like that.
Ooh.
Zero's sending me.
Alright, Dread goes first.
Alright, so is this water there? Or is that...
It's this oily water that is only a few inches deep, so it's not even counting as rough terrain.
So can I swing at it from there? Move one out more.
You can swing at it from there. Given that the picture in the background is all the tendrils, I'm assuming that you can swipe at its roots and whatnot. I'm gonna see if there's a picture, a handout picture for this. Nope, there is not, sadly. And you start bringing your blade around, hack, but it just seems to bounce off the tough roots of this plant-like thing.
Alright. That's my action.
All right, Lobu.
I'm gonna move, hopefully up to here. But does anything happen when, start going through the water?
No, it's only a few inches of water.
Cool. I'm gonna run up to there, and then I'm gonna take 2 hits at this guy with my new daggers, Old Dusty and Old Rusty.
Well, Dusty actually seems to make contact with this thing.
And then Sorry, go ahead.
You manage to stick it into the flesh of the thing and get a little bit of this kind of like whitish blood trickling down from on the sides.
Then I'm going to use defense.
Okay.
So that's sorry. This is the first time I've used this.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
understand.
bard inspiration die. It's a D6 right now, I think.
Ooh. So
Nice.
you 5, and then you're +5 to your AC for the next until your turn.
And that's it.
Nuxie.
We're using the UA character options, right? The one with the like new stuff, the stuff that just came out. I think.
Are we?
You're gonna have to link that any of that stuff like that to me, because I do not follow Unearthed Arcana.
Okay. Well, here's the thing that I'm thinking of using. Just it's okay if you're not okay with it.
All right, I'm okay with that.
Okay. I'm gonna move here and use my bonus action to aim.
You moved.
Oh, oops. Actually, not move then. Yeah.
Because it specifies only if you haven't moved.
Yeah. My bad. And then I'm going to shoot at it with my crossbow.
Okay.
And as I do damage to it, I would also like to invoke Fury of the Small.
Go for it.
So that's another +5 damage, I think.
It isn't a roll.
Yeah, it is in a roll
Okay, so it's just
equal to your level.
5. Got it. Oops.
And that will end my turn.
You see the tendrils of this creature just wriggling as your crossbow embeds itself into part of its very hardy structure. Volin!
Yeah, so 20, 25, 30. It's not possible to flank this thing with with Lobu, right?
I'm
Like
gonna
if I were to go
say,
there.
when it comes to this, probably not.
Alright, in that case I'll take 2 reckless attacks with my great axe.
Wow. This thing's not gonna last long with your guys hitting.
Yeah, and I'll end my turn there.
Alright. Dovin.
I feel a little bit bad beating up a tree, but you know, they tried to hit me. So I'm gonna cast Frostbite. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Topaz.
Okay. Apparently, we are beating up the tree. So I will.
Topaz, roll a nature check for me.
All right. Nailed it.
Yeah, as you think about it as a tree for a moment, Lobu seems to have been distracted, wasn't thinking about it. As you approach this thing, you realize that tree is the wrong description, because trees are these things on the surface that are plants. This is not a tree. This is a very big polyp, also known as very similar to a sea anemone, which you're very familiar with.
Do they have weak points?
You know that they're fairly hardy, but that they're technically animals, not plants, and that they have certain, digestive tracts and tendrils that can pull things into them. So you want to avoid being pulled into the mouth.
Where's the mouth?
As you looking at it, you can see that the mouth is kind of split open into the bottom part of the trunk, kind of where the where the root system would meet, like kind of, yeah, on the lower portion of it.
It's not a beast, is it?
Let's see, what is it considered? It's, well, this one in particular is considered a monstrosity.
Okay, so I can't communicate with it.
But kind of like with that giant slug back in the other pool, this thing is basically like a giant version of something you're more familiar with.
Okay. Is there any danger in making physical contact with it? Aside from it eating you, I mean,
no,
touching it is not a problem.
Touching is not a problem, no.
Right. Then I'm rushing up. 10, 15, 20. I got plenty of move.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the full picture.
I'm trying to. I mean, maybe I ought to look at the picture. Okay. I'm trying to get up on it, like basically clamber up it. Part of my move.
Yeah, that would just be a quick acrobatics check to see.
All right.
It does move, so it's possible to try to throw you off. Let's see, acrobatics. Yeah, it tries to wriggle, but it cannot wriggle enough to get you off of it.
And then start slamming that into it. Let's see, first we'll do the spear attacks. Probably not.
Nope, miss. That second one, however, hits.
And then I'm going to spend a key point. Flurry of blows. And I will spend another key point to make the first one of those a stunning strike.
Okay. Ooh, that hits.
Okay, that's the stunning strike. In addition to the flurry of blows, I will use that for the. Let's see. I don't think I'm gonna. I might knock it prone. I'll force it to make a dex save. Okay, so it will be knocked prone, and then it'll be a con save against the stunning strike.
Considering its capabilities, it's not really capable of being knocked it technically, while you see it on the ground, because it uses tentacles, it won't stop it from getting even from being able to attack things even from down position, so it doesn't really move. But,
that's fine. Can it be stunned?
Let's see about the stunning sensation. Constitution saving throw. Let's see what happens there. Oh, well, actually it is stunned, so...
Nice.
It's down on the ground and stunned, so which means its tentacles are flopping.
That was the first of the flurry of blows, like another flurry of blows attack.
You should have advantage on that one.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, well, let me roll again.
You do.
So you get stunned it.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
Unfortunately, that still misses.
But
You're just kind of
it's
banging
okay.
against the hard.
It's stunned. That's all that matters.
Which means it can do nothing.
Yeah.
Dread.
And anybody who's still fighting, I'm saying maybe we just want to go. Get out.
Okay. Going by that.
And I will also scream out what I know about it. Don't get near that mouth at the bottom. It's down there where the roots are. It's an anemone. It will eat you.
It'll be my turn.
Okay, Libu.
Lobu is going to start moving away, but then he will attack with Old Rusty and Old Dusty before he moves off.
Dusty hits again. But Rusty does not.
Maybe you should think about not attacking random people. Roast.
Noxie!
Without moving by it, even though it can't really take reactions, I'm going to bonus action dash up here.
Alright.
And I'm going to take another shot at it.
Okay. You have crossbow mastery, don't you?
I do not.
Oh, you don't. That's right. That's the character in another campaign. This would be a disadvantage then.
Okay.
Wow, 23, 23, that hits.
What?
You pop more fury with the small?
I can only do that once per
okay.
short rest.
Wasn't sure. More of this whitish blood comes pouring down off of it. Fulwin!
I'll move 5, 10, 15. Pause for a second. And then make 2 more reckless attacks.
Both of them miss.
And then I'll move.
+8 and missed
25.
both times. That's just
30. I know.
with reckless. That's 4d20, all under 20, with a +8.
Whole messes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take my ass shamefully away over here.
Devin.
I just move all the way up there, using my action to dash.
Okay. Topaz.
So it's done until the end of this turn,
Yes.
my next turn. Which means I don't have to attack it. Like, I can beat it up a few attacks and then leave. So I will do that. Advantage. Spear. No. Spear again.
And that hits. And as your spear goes down to its body, the thing gives one final jolt and expires.
Splish.
Well, so much for sparing it.
As it does, your spear happened to have cut it right into the thing's gut. And as you're starting to turn and walk away, you notice that there seems to be something in it. You see something blue shining in it, and something silvery.
Take a closer look. Hold on.
Oh, careful.
Get you some treasure, girl.
You find 12 pieces of blue jasper, and some kind of silvery rod with a copper nickel alloy around it.
Found a dildo.
Is that what those look like?
Oh, rod. It's one or the other. And start kicking out some jaspers, some gems.
Yeah.
Can I take a peek at that?
Oh, and they all come running. Look at them. They all come running.
I'm staying where I was.
It's like throwing slop out to the pigs. Look at them go.
I will take that as a compliment.
Noxie nods in agreement. Nothing wrong with being hungry. Especially for treasure.
So there are 12 pieces of blue jasper altogether, and each are worth 10 gold.
Party loot.
But there is also, again, a silvery rod. Who's getting this?
Can I? I don't want it. I just want to Arcana that.
Okay.
Yeah, can I help him with it?
Sure. Roll an Arcana check at advantage. You have no idea. It's some sort of fancy metal rod of some kind. Possibly is exactly what.
Hey,
exactly,
sure is a pretty rod.
It could be a very exciting dildo, actually.
Look at the size of the head on that rod.
Oh, God.
And at this point, everybody roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
utter fail.
Once more, anybody who rolled under a 15 gets 3 points of poison damage.
Ow, from what? The acid or the
No,
oil?
from the air. It's once an hour, and I basically estimate how long you guys have been there.
There goes my temporary HP.
I'm choking again, coughing. We need to get out of here.
I'm just gonna turn around and try and push these doors open.
Okay.
I can't breathe right.
Noxie now replaces the bandages on her face now that they are ruined with blood.
Oh, I was really hoping that would be the exit.
Same.
Yeah.
Wait, don't tell me. Hallway, right?
Yes. How did you guess?
Opening the door.
And?
Opening the store, yeah.
And Noxie, you see a very familiar room. The rest of you. This enormous
Oh.
chamber is 30 feet tall with mighty buttressing and a vaulted ceiling. Parts of the ceiling and the walls have collapsed, and raw earth has spilled down from a gaping hole in the eastern wall. Crushed beneath a fallen block in the center of the room are humanoid remains. Elsewhere around the floor are chewed and decayed corpses of baboons. Through a hole
What
in
is
the
with the
eastern
baboon?
ceiling, daylight and fresh air filter in. Above, through this gap, can be seen 4 baboons, living ones. They jump around the hole and scream in agitation. And as they
Yeah.
do, dirt begins to slide down the banks and rocks, and the walls shift slightly. So you see that coming like from over here and such.
Okay, Noxie, where are the traps?
Hi, Lyra.
The exit's in here. You said there was an
Um,
exit in here.
That's what up where the sunlight's coming from, right?
Yeah, that'd be like coming from up above here.
Yeah, Noxie points in that direction.
Is it safe?
Noxie, I'm about to make a beeline for that humanoid corpse. So, are there any
That would be
traps?
about here. Roll perception. What's wrong, Lyra? Coming up.
15?
You don't see anything that appears to be a trap. You just kind of get your attention drawn by the baboons up in the ceiling on the outside.
Noxie's gonna
Definitely
look
see
around.
humanoid remains about right here and here.
Gonna loot those corpses.
How many baboons are there?
You see about 4 jumping around up above. It's kind of hooting and hollering in agitation. They appear to be gesturing at something. Roll a nature check.
Oh,
Hey, monkeys.
Yeah, basically.
Give them the finger.
One of them actually gives you the finger back.
Oh, that's it. That's throwing a dart at the motherfucker. That's
Alright,
it.
Lebu, you're not gonna like this. As
This
you
is
begin
so-
to investigate the
Throw another
humanoid
one.
corpses, a large green head pulls itself free of the rubble and immediately attempts to strike at you.
Bro.
Oh,
No, she did it, bro. No, she did it.
It gets an attack of opportunity on you, and then we go into initiative order.
Is pooping your pants a bonus action, or
It's a free action.
Oh, jeez.
A second head slithers out, and it appears
Bruh.
that the snake has 2 heads.
beautiful greed, why have you betrayed me?
So both heads bite at you.
2 snakes for the
Both
price of 1.
heads.
Yep.
Ow.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
And as it
Lobu,
pulls
sorry.
around, it begins to try to wrap around you.
Uh-oh.
So,
I think Lobu getting eaten by a snake would be fitting end.
so
Well, get ready.
DC 16 to attempt to grab to run away from it.
Dexterity?
Dexterity saving. Okay, so it
Mhm.
wraps around you, and then immediately attempts to swallow you with another bite attack. Hold on. Ah, stupid thing.
Well, I am unconscious.
Have you ever seen the movie Anaconda?
Tried not to.
I've seen clips.
The scene where John Voight's being swallowed by the snake. That's kind of what I'm picturing right now with Lobu. Except this thing has 2 heads, so there's a second head looking around at everybody. Dread.
Alright. It's eating. It's eating.
One head is eating Lobu, so that head currently cannot bite, and it's constricting him, which means currently it only has 1 bite attack. Till it finishes swallowing him.
Attack it. See, actually, before I actually attack it, I'm going to bonus action cast. Let's see. Wrathful Smite.
Okay.
Technically, well, I'll actually have to hit before I roll the Wrathful Smite.
Miss. And that's a hit.
This would be on the sword hit.
Alright. You have said Wrathful Smite? Wisdom save. Excuse me. Yes. So it takes an additional 4 points of damage. This thing is not wise. Might have 2 heads, but that doesn't make it any wiser. Anything else you can do, Dread?
It's fine, actually. That's it.
Volan, you just saw your good friend Lobu being partly swallowed by a giant 2-headed serpent.
yeah. I'm gonna yell it off. Fuck. I'm gonna run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I would like to rage. And can I try to free Lobu from its mouth? Or it's getting...
Sure, you can roll. It's technically being constricted and swallowed. Like I said, like an anaconda, it's wrapped around him, and one of the mouths is just over him, currently tipping him back and swallowing him, but the rest of his body is still held by the coils. So you can roll a strength check on this. It's going to be contested.
Sure. Oh,
And it holds fast to him,
yeah.
not letting go of its meal.
Would that be my... That'd be an action, yeah?
That'd be one action, yeah.
Would you consider it an attack? I'm trying to figure out if you would allow me to use extra attack or not.
I'm trying to think. Because I know that would at least count as your bonus action. It's not a free action to do that.
Usually a grapple or something like that would take the place of one attack.
Yeah, 'cause I agree on that one.
So it would take the place of one of my attacks?
Yeah.
If that's the case, could I try again?
I think you can only do that once. The thing that like, you grab at him, you pull it, won't
Sure.
let go. You can swing your blade around now.
Yeah, in that case, reckless attack.
All right.
Big mad.
That is 14 points of damage. Oops. I don't know how much health I had before. How much damage did you do to it, Dread?
Let's see.
Started with 6.
Looks like 11.
Sorry, I accidentally rewrote it with 4 hit points.
But that's how much he has, right?
Nope. Sorry. And anything else you can do, Vulin?
Nah, that's my turn.
Alright, Noxie.
Noxie's going to do the rogue equivalent of raging, and she's going to go over to here with her 2 daggers and attack.
Little Goblin for the win. Ooh. 19 points. Nice.
And then she's going to attack with her offhand.
Ooh, another 12 points. It's bleeding profusely.
I don't know if sneak attack actually applies to the second hit.
Oh, you're right. It only what's on the first. So
Yeah, sorry about that.
well,
So it's only 2.
there we go. Still bleeding pretty badly. Dovin.
So I'm gonna give Lobu a calm. So he's got 1 hit point and 1 temporary hit point.
Lebu, you come to consciousness. You're inside. You're inside a snake's mouth.
And then I'm going to cast Enhance Ability at 3rd level. I'm going to hit... actually, no, I'm going to cast it at just at 2nd level. And I'm going to give Lobu advantage on dexterity checks to get out of the snake.
Thank you.
Right,
Yeah,
it's now
first thing
Lebu's turn. So yeah, Lebu, roll a wisdom saving throw because you're terrified of snakes. You're currently inside of one, so which means that you
I
are
think-
freaking out.
I think either way, I'm going to want
But
to
you
do the
managed.
same thing.
Yes, you managed to hold on enough to be able to take actions. This is great. You had a nat 20. If you overcome this, perhaps you'll overcome your fear of snakes altogether, because you've already had the
That'll be
worst part happen to you.
So dexterity to try and get free.
Yes, to wriggle out of its mouth.
So that's the 15 then.
Yeah.
Is that an escape?
You're also restrained currently. Let me see what the thing says on that. Hold on. Oh, sorry, Lyra. Didn't mean to move the book. I had to look at it. The DC is 16. Sorry.
Oh.
And then I will, as a bonus action, cast Healing Word on myself.
Does it require does it require you to move your hands around?
Just
Because-
verbal from what I'm seeing here.
Is
Yeah,
it?
it's just verbal.
If it's only verbal, you can do it. But if it's anything
Alright.
but, you currently can't move it. Your anything. Your hands are restrained. You're currently curled up in this creature's coils and can't move.
I was gonna get clever and cast heroism on myself, but Healing Word will do. I mean, it won't. I'll probably still die. But here we go.
Topaz is up next. Topaz will probably kill this thing and get you free. Don't discount Topaz.
That would be flanking. with Dread?
Yeah.
All right.
That was 9 hit points, Lobu, not 6, because he did it higher.
Oh, thank you.
Going to spend my last key point stunning strike.
And that. Oh, hold on. Oh, nope, that's not enough to kill it. Never mind.
Get your save.
What's the save for this that you're. DC 15 Constitution. 14 Constitution. It saves.
Oh, and it likes it. Okay.
Yes, it does.
Another spear attack.
And that is enough to kill it. You basically put your spear right through the joint between the two heads, crank it down, and just kind of. And the whole thing collapses, the coils release Lobu, and Lobu slides free of its mouth.
That was a nightmare.
You
Looks a little slimy.
You're
Yes.
a robot, right?
I'm gonna. Wait, I don't have any first level spots. Damn, never mind.
I'm going to walk over to Lobu and I'll touch him and give him 16 back with lay on hand.
What are the baboons doing?
The baboons are actually all jumping through the hole towards the body of the snake. Apparently, the snake is what was keeping them out. They'll kind of like leap down the hole and just kind of like start, pawing at the body.
Hey, shoot.
So there's a hole up there to get out.
There is a small hole. It is approximately 30 feet up, I believe. Let me recheck that. It's filling a gaping hole in the east wall, which would be over here. It's where all those stone piles are. It's actually kind of sloped. It does say that chamber is 30 feet tall, which means that the part of the ceiling over here is currently collapsed, which means it's probably about 25 feet up, but it's at a crumbled slope. But it's very steep.
Maxie will hold up a sign. There also is stairs up ahead.
Where?
She points towards these open doors here.
Does the slope look safe, or does it look like it's a recipe for a landslide kind of thing?
Roll a nature check.
Olin, I want Olin Hook, and I want you to get us out of here.
Devin,
Stairs up here.
You look at that and realize, it's not the baboons are light enough that they're not triggering it. It's also possible that Noxie could get up and out without causing more of a landslide either. Again, because she's not very big. The rest of you, on the other hand, it's probably not that safe for the rest of you to try to get up there.
I'll bring that up. I'll say Noxie could probably get up there, but I don't think the rest of us should test that. That looks kind of dangerous. More stupid than dangerous, actually. That looks quite stupid.
Why is it like every time we find a way out, it's not a way out?
We'll get there, Captain.
Maxie's going to
Is there a tone
search
in that?
for any.
What'd you say?
Was there a tone in that door?
A tone? No.
Alright, roll your investigation check.
Noxie, you said there were stairs down.
You see
Stairs up.
that the corpses are currently being held in place by a large, heavy stone block. It will probably take a few of you to push that stone block off and get whatever the corpses have on them.
Okay. Crowbar and help time.
Yep.
How many of you are going to attempt to push the stone block? Roll a strength saving throw or athletics right now. Anybody with a crowbar can do it at advantage.
Let's do one.
Alright. So, Lebu, Dread, and Dovin together manage to shift the block off. And you find the following. There is a pouch on one of the corpses that holds 40 EP. Yes, EP, the most useless of all currencies in this game. Yes, I know it's worth 5 silver, but still. Who has AP on them? Another one of them is wearing a brooch of bronze and green quartz in the shape of a lizard. It's worth about 25 gold. A silver and beryl emerald ring worth about 50 gold. A silver dagger, but it appears to actually be made out of some sort of nickel copper alloy. It's probably worth only about 10 gold. There's also a scroll case that appears to hold a map of this area. There's also a crystal sphere, but it's cracked. It appears to be made out of polished quartz, and you think it might be worth about 45 gold.
I'll cast Mending on that.
Alright. You might be able to get more than that from the right collector. Yeah, it's from Tales from the Yawning Portal.
Which is like the first an adaptation.
Yeah, it's an adaptation of, let's see, what's the thing on there? From Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
It's like Lost Mines of Fandelver. Back when they still were using Electrum.
Yeah. Because technically it still does exist in the game. I mean, it even shows up in Curse of Strahd, but nobody in their right mind uses it.
Topaz, did you find the stairs?
Not yet. I didn't go all the way down.
Noxie points.
Oh.
And you can see the little hole over there that's baboon sized that Noxie managed to crawl through.
Ah.
Do we know of that trap? Or is it not actually supposed to be visible?
Noxie knows that it's there.
Okay.
Yeah. Noxie would say that she activated this trap.
What does it do?
Shoot lightning.
Oh, wonderful.
To make an athletics to jump over it? Or...
Would it be disarmed now that I've activated it?
Roll an Arcana check.
Ooh, my strong point.
You think that the glyph trap is probably disarmed. However, the stone thing at the top of the stairs probably isn't. It might still attack.
Okay.
Stone thing?
Noxie will relay to the party that that there is a stone dragon up ahead that shoots frost breath at you when you go up to the top of the stairs.
In fact, roll perception check, guys.
Is that it?
What check?
Perception. As Noxie is explaining all this, you start noticing that there's actually a fine layer of ice particles on the steps around here that make them very slippery.
Oh boy.
But she says she's sure that the glyph trap that she activated is no longer active.
So this one right in front of her is a glyph trap?
Yep.
So when does the dragon attacks when you get to the top of the stairs?
In the roll 20 speaking, it was when I was moved to the next map.
Okay, gotcha.
That's when everything went blank for the rest of you, I imagine.
Could we? I mean, was it like a? Do you think we could bait it? Like,
Sure.
peek our head up.
If we all move fast enough, we might only get the first person. Dread, go.
Well, maybe one of us can like. I don't know.
Can we see the mechanism that triggers this trap?
Roll a Oh, shoot. If you got a 20 or more perception check, then yes, you can clearly see the pressure plate, but it looks like it's already been triggered.
So the pressure plate, it looks like it triggers the frost breath?
It already triggered.
The
But
yeah the
Oh,
I'm gonna go to the top of the stairs, but not enough to like. Basically, I don't want to see the statue. I want to like get as close as I can without.
Roll a dexterity saving throw. Or acrobatics check. Alright, so you do not fall down as you attempt this.
And then I want to take the King Bullywug's spear out of my pack and like stick it up to where I think the dragon statue would see it,
Alright.
and see if I can like trigger the trap without getting hit by it.
Roll a Arcana check. You look around and you realize that if you're close enough to trigger that trap, given that you're on icy stairs, you're close enough to get hit by that cone of cold. Or frost breath, or whatever it is.
Never mind. I guess I'll stay here, but. Anyone have an idea?
I could charge it.
But then you get hurt.
Not that bad.
Nuxie will confirm that the ice breath isn't that bad.
That's the person that cut the damage in by a quarter.
right?
Well, I'm gonna slide down out of the splash zone as it works. I don't know where that was.
Okay.
I mean, if you really want to try charging it,
I mean, it's just that if we're gonna have to go this way and we don't know whether or not it's been properly disarmed, I mean, what else are we gonna do?
can I take like a pebble anywhere near me and just like throw it up there? Well, is Noxie standing in the room in the splash zone?
Noxie, if you're going to be standing there, you need to roll an acrobatics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're fine. It's very slippery stairs.
Yeah.
Are we still?
Yeah, you don't see any pebbles in this stairway.
I'm gonna take the Bullywug's crown out of the bag, and I'm gonna pull Noxie back a couple of steps, so we're not gonna get hit by the cone of cold. And I'm just gonna throw it up there.
Okay. So roll
See
me
it.
a dexterity check.
I just don't want to send Volan into this without trying this first.
Yeah, you hear the crown clinking, and it seems to have landed up above on whatever the top step is, or just beyond that. No further reaction.
Okay.
Yeah, might as well, right?
Yeah.
I'll try to carefully make my way up the stairs.
I think
Roll
I'll
an
follow.
acrobatics check roll, please.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll try to follow as well.
Can I
Well,
offer?
You slip on the steps and and fall right on your ass.
I prefer if y'all didn't mention that.
mention what?
Thank you. Can I try to get myself back up?
Sure.
If she has to make any more checks, I'll like help her with like a hand, if I can.
Talking about Dovin, did she clearly fall?
No, she didn't.
Looks confusion from, and then she finally gets it, and she like gives you like, oh. Look.
That's where this thing is now.
For a second, I thought it was like an actual dragon that was moving towards us, and I was just gonna die.
Yeah, I was pretty freaked out.
That's some kind of stone dragon. It's directly in front of you. Actually, it's more like right there. And you can see like bits of frost all over the place.
Well, and we should hurry before.
Yeah. Just kind of carefully walking around the ice here. Not to fall on
And
my
as soon
ass.
as you get up there, it immediately does it again.
Does it have a particular opening from which it shoots this ice?
Yeah, the mouth area. The mouth.
How
it's
big
gonna
around
drop
is that?
like a dragonborn sized mouth. Constitution saving throw. Everybody but Volin, Topaz, and Lobu. So that'd just be Dovin, Dread, and Noxie.
Oh no.
So 6 points of freezing damage comes at you. The DC is 15. So Dread gets to take half on that.
Ow, so that's what that feels like.
Sorry.
Nux is gonna take this opportunity to get out of the way.
Yeah, moving with a little pep in the step.
Topaz and Lobu?
Lobu's gonna run through since he is
Acrobatics.
hoping that the
Alright. And Topaz, what are you doing? Alright. Neither of you slip. As Lobu goes through, it shoots one file time. Topaz, you get caught in that. So, Constitution saving throw, please, Topaz.
Thanks, Lobu.
sorry.
So, you take 2 points of cold damage.
You need a heal, Topaz?
No, that just made my nipples hard.
Oh, more passage.
Shocker.
Is there anything behind that guy?
I was wondering that, but
I mean, we could go back if you wanted to.
No, let's get the hell out of here. And then later come back and check behind the Dragon Playstone wall or
absolutely right.
whatever.
as you stare up and down this corridor, east and west, you see at the western end of this corridor, down here, there's a pile of golden coins heaped upon the floor. On top of the gold rests a skull, missing its lower jaw. In the right eye socket, a black spider has made a home. Several bones are piled with the coins, and the hilt of a broken sword is thrust up through the mass.
Okay. I think Noxie makes it up to here before she narrows her eyes and then looks around for like traps.
Perception check.
Yep, something looks wrong about that. Something looks very wrong about that.
Something
Please,
looks right.
everybody, remain calm. I know
Well-
there's gold there.
Let's talk about it.
Yes, let's talk about it.
Yes, let's talk about me running towards that.
No, let's talk about us slowly making our way. I'm gonna hold Lobo's.
As you peer closely at the pile of gold, your perception check allows you to realize that that's actually a major image spell that's covering a pile of yellow mold. The bones, the spider, and the sword hilt are the only things that are real there.
Noxie shows a sign to Lobo. It's fake. It's a
Everything?
everything.
All of it?
Yes.
Well, it's not all fake. Well,
You're not even a real sea elf.
Oh,
It's just mold.
Why?
oh well.
Noxie's getting teary-eyed.
The one thing that you do notice, though, after realizing that, is you're kind of like teary-eyed at the fact that that's not gold. You notice that there's a secret door right here, and you can tell it because there's a dark stain on the floor right in front of it.
There's
What
also
do
a
we-
secret door.
what do we know about molds?
You also notice that there's a secret door right here as well.
Oh.
What you know about molds? Yellow mold. God damn it! My brain just went blank on what yellow mold is. Is it yellow mold or is it brown? Yellow mold's the toxic one. Brown mold's the cold one, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. Like I
Yeah.
actually don't.
I'm looking that up because usually I know that stuff off the top of my head, but it's like when I need to know it, I don't remember it. So at least there's an actual page pointer in this part of the thing saying turn to page 5. Turn to the 5th chapter for dungeon hazards. And it's even marked off in my book.
Yellow and
mold.
brown, both equally unpleasant.
Yeah, ejects. Yeah, this is the one with the spores. Let's see, nature check, and I'll read something out to you. Okay,
Damn.
I'll read you
Got
the
it.
entry because with 25, you know everything about yellow mold. Yellow mold grows in dark places, and one patch covers a 5-foot square. If touched, the mold ejects a cloud of spores that fills a 10-foot cube originating from the mold. Any creature in the area must succeed a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or take 2d10 poison damage and become poisoned for 1 minute. While poisoned in this way, the creature takes 1d10 poison damage at the start of each of its turns. Sunlight or any amount of fire damage instantly destroys one patch of yellow mold. Your 25 nature check makes you know everything.
So as long as we don't touch it.
You can also destroy it with fire.
Does anybody have any fire?
Aren't you the one
Gonna
carrying
try.
the torch?
Well, I do have a torch. That's true. Do I think just throwing a torch at it will be enough to set it off?
Yes.
Cool. Then I shall do that. I'm gonna make it like a science class kind of thing, and like talk about the mold and like how interesting it is and where it grows and stuff and how you can take care of it. And I take out the torch and I light it, and I just kind of I walk up. You said it was a 10-foot cube.
It can explode in a 10-foot cube, yes.
So I'm gonna walk to just outside a 10-foot cube, and I'm gonna toss the torch at it.
Alright, so make your dexterity your dexterity check. Alright, that's a good throw for the old guy. You arc your torch out, it lands right in the pile, and woof! Instantly the mold is gone. The major image is still there, but the gold is gone. I mean, sorry, the yellow mold is gone.
I'm gonna be super excited.
The poor spider has been killed in the process as well.
I'm gonna be super excited for myself. I'm gonna see that everybody else is totally uninterested. I'm gonna be a little sad, and then I'm gonna walk up and see what there is.
Foxy's gonna try and open the secret door.
The one she's directly in front of?
Yep.
Okay. So, Dovin, you find a broken sword, bones from a dead person that most likely died to this yellow mold, and the burned corpse of a tiny spider that you killed. The wall pivots easily now that you know where to pivot.
I'm sorry, spider friend. It's a cool looking skull, though.
What's the deal with that sword you found?
I don't know. It's broken. Does there seem to be anything special about it, just looking at it?
Roll an Arcana check.
I'll assist.
Yeah, this seems to be a normal sword hilt.
Nothing. It's just cool.
You gonna finish that weird, useless pile of trash, or
You want the broken sword?
oh yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Give me the weird stuff. Give me the pointless stuff.
So it's all yours. You can have the spider friend too if you want it. I mean, he's quite dead, but
Don't carry around dead animals, Grandpa.
hey, you said you wanted all the stuff. I mean, there's bones too. I mean, I'd be a little worried if you started collecting bones.
Oh, well, I do have a skull, actually.
I mean, we all got to talk to what's his name, Yarwin. I forget. It's been a while since I saw that play.
Oh yeah. Yorwin, that was a joke because I was like, that is the fantasy version of Yorick.
Oh,
I
wish I
thought
was
Yorick was
clever.
just the fantasy version of Yorick.
Noxie looks surprised at all of you who have entered her safe space as she saw what Volan and Topaz were getting up to. And she wanted it out.
Oh,
So while the monk and the barbarian are following you now. Okay, so an amber haze drifts in this room, which is unoccupied. Strangely shaped and colored mirrors hang on the walls, and a large oblong stone basin stands in the middle of the floor. The basin is about 10 feet long, 5 feet wide, and 3 feet tall. It is filled with a steaming golden liquid. The red mirror on the eastern wall seems to be composed of fiery glass and framed in bronze. Light beams are broken by the mirror into myriad flames, and ghostly shapes seem to flicker in its depths. On the northern wall are 2 mirrors, a striking black one of obsidian framed in lacquered wood, and a stark white mirror with a wrought iron frame. The black mirror has a distinctive earthly odor and the blackness of subterranean caves, but it seems of crude construction and reflects objects only when they are close to it. The white mirror has a pungent odor of nutmeg and spice, and its depths are gilded and smoky. The mirror that hangs on the western wall is in a stone frame and is blue in color. Reflections in this mirror ripple as if the viewer were looking into a pool of water. You can see no obvious ways out of this room.
Oh. Should I take 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic
Sure.
before we touch anything?
It's
Yeah.
probably a good idea.
Oh, wait,
And
that
all
was
Dread
the character.
Fred, what's going on up there?
Just mirrors.
Mirrors?
Yes.
Check my hair.
I'll cast Unseen Servant as a ritual too.
I take it Topaz and Volan are having a little bit of fun while the rest of you are busy with things. Does anyone wish to touch anything while all these rituals are going on, or does everybody just stand still and not do anything while the rituals are being performed?
I'm making sure I got nothing between my teeth.
Are you looking into one of the mirrors?
Mm-hmm.
Which one? Red,
Good.
black, white, or blue?
Is there one right here? Or oh wait, these are the mirrors.
Yeah. All the 4 slabs that you see in the room.
All right, that one.
Right, that would be the easternmost mirror. That is the red mirror. You look into the mirror and you're checking your teeth, but as you stare into it, you see a ghostly white form next to you, and it looks like you for a moment, and then it looks like a big monster, some kind of ooze or jelly that just, as you were attempting to beat it into submission with your fists, it just pulls you in, and there it shows you dying.
Guys, this is not cool. The mirrors are fucked up. The mirrors are enchanted.
Oh, wonderful.
Thought they might be.
Does anyone else do anything while Dovin is finishing?
Can I check this one out?
Sure.
Don't look. Don't look in
is
it.
The black mirror. You gaze into the black mirror, even as Topaz is screaming for you not to, and you see your reflection blur for a moment, and then it appears to reappear in some kind of ancient garb, perhaps you in a previous life. And you hear a voice, but it sounds a lot like the same language you've been hearing that you haven't been able to understand, and it says, well, it just says something that you just do not understand. And you see an image of what looks like someone long dead superimposed over top of you. And it just seems to be waiting for something.
Can I try to repeat back what it said?
Roll an intelligence check. You basically say something that's completely different language, if it's a language at all.
Dovin, you might want to check this mirror out after you're done.
Noxie's going to look into this mirror.
Well, while poor Dovin is there ritually casting, you guys are just wandering around. The blue mirror. This is on the western wall. And you look in, and you think you see water through it. But it doesn't seem all that interesting compared to what the other two say they saw. Or are complaining about.
It's just water. Like,
You think you see water through it. It's as if it's maybe a more of a window than a mirror.
just gonna sit over here and wait for Dovin. Like,
You're looking
to
down
finish
into a basin filled with golden fluid.
Yeah, I don't think I can figure out a practical way to.
Okay. So Dovin finishes his casting, and immediately all four mirrors and the basin light up with magic. As does that weird rod that you found inside that giant sea anemone sort of thing. They all light up with magical energy.
That thing is a magic. The rod, the silvery rod. That is something. But also, everything in this room is magical. Please don't touch anything. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we already went around and looked at like most of the mirrors.
Except
Are
for
you
the
all
white
okay?
mirror. You have not looked at the white mirror. And none of you have touched a mirror or the basin. You've all kept your hands off. Which, yeah, Dovin, you can see that all of them radiate with some kind of magic.
Including this one?
Yep, including that one.
Alright.
Like, basically,
Gently.
from looks of things, it would be basically illusion magic is what I assume that this would all be considered.
Okay. So I'll say that. I'll say seems to be a lot of illusion magic in here.
Oh, wait, this one down here was the black mirror, this one up here was the white mirror. But I repeated to you what the black mirror has. Sorry. So technically you only looked through that one, Volan. You haven't looked at this one.
Did
I
you
had
say this
them backwards.
pool is magic too?
Yep, that pool is also magic. It's some sort of golden liquid.
But it's illusion, so that might not be what it appears to be.
Moxie's going to take one of her daggers.
I don't know much about magic, but my mother cast some, so did one of my sisters. Aren't pools and things like that supposed to be used for divination?
That's could be a possibility, yes. But who knows if that's actually what this is. I mean, part of the history of this place is that they did practice a lot of magic, including rituals.
Well,
And
mirrors
maybe even-
too. I mean, the old tales speak of mirrors and pools as being instruments of divination, seeing into other places, spying on people.
Also showing falsehoods.
What if I use my invisible friend here to pick up one of the mirrors and throw it into the pool? I mean, it seems like it could be fun.
Moxie
Oh, yeah.
dips one of her daggers into the pool.
As you draw it back out again, your dagger is now golden in color. In fact, it appears to be made out of gold.
I wave it around in Dovin's face.
It's clearly showing an illusion magic, Dovin.
Oh, it's not real.
Lobu throws all of his junk in there before
mean-
listening to Dovin.
For all we know, that's a giant piss pot. This could just be their magical restroom. We don't know. Mirrors, place to go pee. I mean, it all makes sense. And you just threw everything in there. That's great.
I'm gonna very subtly give a quick sniff to see if it's actually.
All right, Invisibility, pull everything out of there. And I'm going to have my unseen servant.
It's
Pull
all
everything.
golden. They're all the same shape and size, but they're now pure gold.
I'm not listening to anyone. I'm so happy.
Dovin, all you see is just more and more illusion magic. Now just all
From what you said, we just got out of... And you walk in here and you're now believe that everything that you dump in this pool is gold. Come on!
Moxie
Well,
just
you know, the power of myth.
I mean, depending on how long that illusion lasts.
Power of self-deception.
Moxie just shrugs. It looks cool.
Can I pull out?
Can we apply ourselves toward the golden hand, which is getting out of here?
Did you say something, Captain?
Yeah, I said I was gonna pull out 8 silver pieces and dip them in.
I'm just
I guess
watching you.
I'll take a
face.
look at the last mirror that nobody's had a look at yet.
That would be this one here because I screwed up which one was the description of the white mirror and the black mirror, and she would have looked through that mirror and not this mirror when I described the black mirror. So this is the one that hasn't been looked through yet. Actually, this is the one that has the. In fact, as you get up there, because while everything else is magical, you suddenly realize as you get closer to it, this one isn't. But as you look into it, you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. At least I'm good at those.
No.
You succeed. However, the mirror isn't actually a mirror.
Is it a mimic or something?
No. Oops. It's not a mimic. It's an ochre jelly.
Oh.
What?
The fuck is this?
It's actually a giant ooze.
Oh, that's terrifying.
And it attempts to strike at you, Dovin.
Well, that's a miss. I think. Why did I roll so low? Yes. Bless these low initiative monsters. Thank you very much.
We're missing 2 people.
Oh, my
I
bad.
didn't have my token selected when I did my thing.
I hate when that happens. You can just put add turn and then update your thing manually. And Turn Pez is just yelling, told you in the background.
I just wanted to look at a mirror and be part of the group.
Noxie!
Yeah, I'm gonna start blasting. I realize I keep forgetting to pick up my crossbow bolts.
Don't listen to the sarcastic elf. No, you're just pessimistic, Lopez. Don't listen to her.
I'm also going to bonus action aim before I do so.
Alright. So yeah. Well, in this case, it wouldn't matter if you try to pick up your crossbow bolts because they sizzle once they hit the ochre jelly and are, while they cause damage, they are no more. So whatever crossbow bolt hits it is gone.
Oh boy.
Also, I don't think I even need advantage. Oozes have very, very low AC.
Yes, it had a -1 in its initiative. Oh, whoops. Hold on.
That's my bad.
Dread.
Alright, seeing that, I'm going to switch to crossbow.
I'm guessing touching it is a bad idea.
It's acidic. Roll a Arcana check, I think, to figure out. Actually, you saw that thing, that sizzles. Never mind. You don't even need to roll that. You know that touching it is a bad idea because it's sizzling and popping, and basically those crossbow bolts are just being destroyed by touching it. So
I paid a lot for my silver spear. Go stick that in.
Volin.
I don't want to fuck up my great axe, so I'll put out my quarterstaff. And I'll move 5, 10, and take two-handed attacks.
Damn.
Alright. So that's bludgeoning. Alright. Hold on, I'm just checking on something real quick. While it's acidic and things that go into it are destroyed, the thing itself gets getting blasted with the quarterstaff. The quarterstaff is fine. And the quarterstaff manages to basically bludgeon this thing into submission bits and pieces of the dying ooze start evaporating as they spread across the floor.
What happens to the mirror?
There's no mirror. It was just the jelly. Unfortunately, the mirror is part of the background picture, so it doesn't actually get removed from the background.
Right.
But there's
But
actually
it's gone. It's just
there's
blank
no,
wall there now.
No, it's showing. They're showing space behind it. There's actually some sort of tiny passageway.
Gonna peek my head in. Does it look safe in here?
That's a better perspective. It's just as safe as all the other little passageways you found so far in this weird place.
Fair.
Actually, you have detect magic up, so you're detecting magic coming from somewhere in this direction, past that door. Some kind
Careful,
of
Noxie.
transmutation magic behind that door.
I tell that to Noxie.
I carefully open the door.
Carefully.
And you see that. I will read the description. In the center of this
Sitting the
diamond...
ceiling with a bit of paranoia for a port.
Ooh.
In the center of this diamond-shaped room is a dais on which a weirdly formed altar rests. The altar is made to resemble a many-armed and beaked octopus-like creature with a large purple-red stone in its forehead. The altar and floor are covered with dust. The walls of this room are decorated with paintings of the sun, the moons, and all in motion. Other images show people standing about a temple making sacrifices of flesh and blood, while the figure of a priest holds the heart of his latest victim above his head. And it's from this that that Dovin's detect magic is picking up transmutation coming from it.
That's a picture, a dais.
This octopus thing right here, which is up on a dais, yeah, there's some kind of transmutation magic associated with it.
Oh. Okay, yeah. I pointed out to Noxie, Uze, Dread, and Lobu that that's specifically what's like.
Okay. Noxie sees shiny.
Yeah, that's given what Delvin can see. Delvin can see the altar's definitely that. Delvin cannot see the rest of what the altar looks like. Just basically one of the tentacles, and can tell that it's got transmutation magic on it.
Noxie's gonna inspect the altar for any traps.
Roll a perception check.
Oh, perception.
Well, investigation's fine too. Yeah.
Okay.
You can't really tell much about it. It looks like your eyes are just captured by that stone. Dovin, as you get into focus and can actually see the stone, you can see that also has a specific magical aura on it. Some kind of rather nasty spell.
Noxie, do not touch that.
Noxie looks back at Dovin.
That is not safe. That stone is not safe.
But shiny.
I
Noxie,
know.
don't worry about it. I've got a plan. I've got my unseen servant still. We'll have him grab the stone.
Okay, we should all leave the room.
Noxie gives Lobu a thumbs up.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll try and have him like pull the stone out of there.
Can the unseen servant do a strength check?
I'm gonna send the text.
Strength of 2. Okay. So roll a strength check, which should be -4? Negative something or another. Roll me a 1d 120 and I'll tell you what yeah. The unseen servant does not appear to be able to pull that stone free.
And that's kind of the only thing that could move in this room.
It's the only thing the unseen servant sees that you see. Lobu, roll an investigation check. It's a tiny room, but you're like looking around frantically to see if there's anything that you can use to pull that stone free. You happen to catch sight of the altar and the walls, and you get this weird suspicion that that altar, if it was pushed on properly, might move a bit, like it might spin possibly.
Okay, Invisibuddy, come back here. Grab this crowbar from me and move that altar.
Make another strength check for the unseen servant, but this time, of course, it's an advantage. So, yeah,
Terrible.
neither both of those. It's like not enough for the unseen servant to move anything.
Guys, I might die here, but I have. Do you want to get in
Lobu,
there?
be careful.
There's I think that altar might move. Do you want to get in there and try that out?
That
Oh,
stone is dangerous.
Squid altar? Oh, wonderful. Hello, squid altar.
Topaz, don't die.
Show me your secrets, bitch. I will take the crowbar and try to move it.
All right,
Yeah.
both hands on the crowbar.
Yes.
All right. Roll the intelligence check for me before you do that strength check.
Oh, well, I'm no good at those. Team.
Yeah, you look at that and realize that what? If you move that thing, the tentacle behind you, because there's no real room to maneuver in here. If that
Right.
thing moves at all, you're gonna go along with it.
How about if I stood on top of it?
You can try that.
Uh-oh. I caused
can
the
hear you.
DM to...
What? I'm just waiting for you to decide what you're gonna do.
I said, how about if I stood on top of it?
If that's what you'd like to do, you can move your token into a standing position.
I will do that.
All right. So the
All
moment
right.
Topaz touches the altar with anything but the crowbar, she immediately sticks to it. Roll a DC 15 strength check to try to drag yourself off of it, because this thing is attempting to grapple you basically just by the force of its. Oh,
No.
yeah, you're stuck to it, and if the altar begins to spin with you along inside of it, it begins to whir around and is dragging you towards the walls in a bludgeoning motion. You guys
Topaz.
are all standing there at the door, seeing this thing whirring, and it's moving faster.
I'm gonna cast enhanceability.
3 damage to Topaz.
I'm gonna cast enhanceability on Topaz for bold strength. Try and get yourself free. Best of luck.
I can see old man Dovin just face palming out there.
Yeah, basically.
It's
Well,
like,
also
I
super
told you,
concerned.
detect magic. These are bad things. Why are you going in and touching it?
It had to be shiny, didn't it? If it was a dull piece of rock, nobody.
So
That's
Topaz,
shiny.
you could repeat your saving throw.
With advantage, should be if it's
Yeah,
full
but if
strength.
you have guidance, you have an advantage. Okay,
Oh,
you're
right.
doing an attack. That's an attack with an improvised weapon. Are you attacking?
Okay.
Are you attacking the altar? Are you attacking the jewel? What are you attacking?
The jewel, yeah, if there's
Got
a
it.
jewel there.
Yeah, that's the thing that Lobu was in Topaz. I mean, the Lobu and Noxie were after.
Alright, so
Alright.
I guess this would be 3 less. Wouldn't count my proficiency. Is that how improvised works?
Yeah, yeah. So you bang, but the crowbar is not anywhere near as accurate as your regular things, and it hits the head of the altar instead, which doesn't seem to do any damage. It's
Crowbar's doing me no good at this point.
D6, and you take another.
Trying to punch it.
You take another 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you're smacked against a wall.
Don't punch it.
You're still being held on, but you're basically being flailed up against the wall, like you're being just in an arc as you're trying to punch it, and you're trying to, just damage this thing any way you can.
I'm trying to spear the gem.
Okay.
No.
Volan, as soon as you walk in there, it's spinning so fast, it drags you into itself. You take 2 points of damage as you're swept along, being spinned around as well.
Can I see any way to deactivate? Are there levers or anything anywhere?
Roll a perception check. Topaz, I'm waiting for your attack roll, please. Oh, there it is. Never mind, I saw it now. The two-handed sphere. Got it.
Yeah.
So you jab it in, and you see a small hairline crack along the edge of the gem. The second strike goes wide, however. Lobu, you don't see anything. It's spinning so fast, and it's dragging Volan and Topaz along with it. Volan, what would you like to do?
The gem.
This is so fucking stupid. Can I can I swing at it with my great axe? Can I even pull that out?
At disadvantage, not only are you being dragged around, but Topaz is directly in front of it.
I mean, this shit seems reckless anyway. Can I make 2 reckless attacks?
Yeah, that'd be a push because of that. So you managed to and the entire gem just shatters as you do that.
Are we still?
And you guys come crashing into the ground as the altar stops spinning, and the magic fades away. The gem has been obliterated.
And then Lobu's going to try and pry the altar off.
The altar looks like it's very heavy, and there's because of how awkward this room is, it doesn't look like it would actually go anywhere.
Is there anything else in this room that looks like that might be worth looking at?
The only thing that was in this room is that altar and that stone. The stone was destroyed, and with it, the magic.
Alright, so the question I have to ask here is, what did we gain from it?
How do we get out?
By not sticking our hands on
I
shiny
hate you. I
objects
hate you all. I hate this place.
that I
Get-
tell
we need
you
to
are
get out in mirror room.
Maybe if you stood on it and it was.
Maybe if you stood on it, you go stand on it. Ride the fucking thing. Ride it like a horse. I don't care. Beat it like a donkey. We gotta come up with a plan. This sucks. We're gonna go through all these mirrors and set off whatever damn traps they have. There's gotta be a way out of this place. That's what the snail said. This log's gotta be right? Snail's gotta be right. It said it was this way.
I don't
Fucking
think it's in
snail.
this room. This room is probably just about the gold base. So, any last requests for dipping your items in illusion magic for gold?
Dip your item.
Lobu's going to pull the mirrors off. Can we pull,
The unseen servant does not appear to be strong enough to do that.
I'm going to pull a random mirror off the wall.
Okay, you're going up and touching the red mirror.
God.
Yes.
Fire damage assaults you as you see a vision of your own death at the hands of a helmed horror. You take 1 point of fire damage, and you see yourself being killed by a helmed horror.
That sucked.
Well, that's good to know.
Which one is the one that doesn't show anything at all?
That'd be the one to the south that just seems to show water.
I don't want to flood this place. Can we not?
Lobu, make a charisma saving throw.
You're gonna get sucked into the mirror.
He's fine. Even so, it's just water on the other side. He's a sea elf.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick it up off the wall if I can and throw it in the tub of full
Roll
of gold
a
liquid.
strength saving throw. Or not a saving throw, sorry. Just a strength check. Either way, it's too strong for you.
Well, this room sucks.
You don't want to touch the last one?
The black mirror?
Yeah.
That one looks pretty ominous. I'm not gonna lie.
That's the one I looked at. It's fine, Nobu.
Go out and look at the other secret door.
What Noxie's gonna do?
Hate mirrors.
Roland, you
Hate
think I
being
should touch
reminded
it?
how old I am.
I'll touch it with you.
I think only one of us should die.
You're touching that mirror?
Nobu, let me take this one. I'll touch.
Roland, roll a charisma saving throw.
Oh, big mistake.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it does anything, except... How much gold and gems do you have on you, Roland?
Did you have on your?
Hey, gold.
The gold is now lead.
No!
Damn.
Any gems you have on you are now glass.
It's okay, I didn't have gems.
But all the gold is now lead.
So
It's
I
very
should
heavy and weighing you down.
So I should touch that mirror, right? Do you want me to come look at it?
No.
Stay away from here. Lobu drops to his knees and screams up to the sky. This is the first time I've hated being in this temple!
Told you.
Yeah, if that happened to Noxie, she would have been as upset as Toast Pass.
Yeah. Could be worse.
Alright, I'm gonna try opening this secret door here.
Okay. The door easily pivots and reveals a passageway.
Oh.
Beyond the secret door, the passageway bends around to the left. At the end of a narrow corridor hangs an ornate mirror, and a door is set in the eastern wall next to it.
Hmm.
Don't touch it, it'll take your.
Noxie,
Noxie will take that advice.
wisdom saving throw.
Alright.
You're fine.
Cool.
Do I see that it's magical?
Yes, as you start approaching, you realize that it's some kind of magical mirror.
Noxie's
It's
just
another
gonna open this
magical
door.
one. Be very careful with this.
But it doesn't seem to be affecting the rest of you.
Smash it before it can turn our lead or gold into lead.
Turn our lead into gold. That'd be a good thing.
Yeah,
That's a
only
good
like
man.
2 of you saw that happen, so...
Noxie's gonna open this door. Okay.
Alright, and let me read the description of this room. Oh, hold on. Undo. Hold on a second. The door seems to be... I shouldn't have done that already. Sorry, I got so used to you guys just being able to open the doors that... The door seems to be very heavy, and it has many glyphs carved upon it. In the center of the door is carved an eagle killing a serpent. 2 stone warriors dressed in loincloths or wearing panther masks are sculpted into the doorposts.
Alright, I'll just forget what I saw. We should go in this room, guys. Let's see.
The door can't open. It's just that was just the description on the door.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's easy to open.
Just not a way here.
Oh, so you can't open it?
Yeah, it's easy to open. Sorry, that was my mistake.
Ah,
I just noticed that the glyphs thing after the fact. Beyond the
Actually-
door is a wide foyer that leads into a circular room. On the south wall of this hall is a jade death mask affixed at chest height, which is about Noxie's face height, I think. Taking up the middle of the chamber is a cross-shaped dais with a set of stairs leading up to it along each of the four ends. In the center of the dais rises a cylindrical structure that appears to be made of transparent walls of crystal enclosing an oddly carved stone pillar. The stairs that face the room's entrance are carved with the heads of many gods. The steps on the north side are blood-stained, and atop the landing stands a statue of a warrior. The stairs to the east across the room are partially obscured by shadow. The southern staircase is luminescent, appears to change colors in the light. Tucked into each nook where the arms of the cross come together is a low shelf on which are placed small offerings. Silver bracelets, earrings, neck collars, anklets, piles of coral beads, and silver and jade statues.
It's a lot to find.
Once you get it, it's pretty simple.
It's actually getting a bit late for me, guys.
So, shall we just stop here till next week?
Sounds good.
Alright.